Good evening and welcome to Tuesday night's Fitness Hatha Yoga. So we're going to bring ourselves to our mat. We're going to make sure that we've got enough room around us, that we're not going to hit anything. And if we feel sick, we feel ill at any time, that we stop. Listen to your body more than listening to me. If something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't, so give it a rest. So we're bringing our feet in line with our hips. You can use your hands if you need to. If you lift your toes, you'll feel that the front of the thighs tighten up. And you can squeeze, you'll feel that get nice and tight. Try and place the toes down. Make sure that the knees are relaxed and that you're pulling in. Make sure that the knees are going in the same direction as the toes. So if you need to, pull them round so they face forward. They're not coming in towards each other. And then you're going to squeeze the legs together and you'll work this muscle here. Squeeze the bum, then squeeze the back thigh, and then you'll feel the side thighs coming in. Then you're going to imagine yourself in a lift. You want to stop yourself from breaking wind. Imagine that you want to stop yourself from having a wee. Then you're going to pull in, or we're going to do that for a second, but we're going to relax it as well. So you're going to pull in the stomach muscles, pull the shoulders back and down, tuck the chin in. Now we're going to release the abdominals. Keeping everything else in, but we're just letting them relax so that we can breathe in. And we're going to do a triangular breath. So we're going to breathe in from the bottom of our left lung, sorry. Breathe in up to the top of our clavicle. Breathe out down to the bottom of our left. Then we're going to hold our breath as we bring it round here. Sorry, let me just turn my phone to silent, which I should have done earlier. I apologise. So we're going to take our breath, breathing into a triangular breath. So here we go. So staying nice and relaxed. We're going to bring our chin down towards our chest, grab hold of our head and give a lift. Turn this down. Keep the back nice and straight, so don't let the body roll forward. Just bringing the chin down. And then release. Bring the head back up. So we're going to bring our head back. So we're lifting the chin up. Now if you need to, you can always support that neck. You can push your chin up towards the ceiling. and you'll feel the stretch. But again, we're not leaning back. And then we're going to bring it back down. So we're tucking the chin in and we're bringing it over towards the shoulder. But you don't want to let the chin drop. Lift it. Make sure it's all tucked in, that it feels nice and straight. You can push that other hand towards the floor. You can use the hand there and push down so that you feel a deeper stretch into that shoulder. And then we're going to release and bring it up. You can change sides, bringing the head down, and again push down or use the opposite hand to pull down. Keep the chin tucked in, keep everything nice and level. And we're bringing the head back up. So we're going to turn and look over our shoulder, but again we don't want to drop the head. We don't want to overlook and push too far. And we're going to screw our head back on. So we're using our hand and we're twisting, but we don't want to see that elbow. We want to make sure that it's pulling back. But we're twisting our head a little bit more. And then we're taking it off and we're going to take it round the other side. So again, we're turning, looking over our shoulder, we're grabbing hold, we're twisting. And then we're going to release and bring the head back to centre. So we're going to take it into our forward backwards bend. We're breathing in, reaching back. Breathing out, bending the knees, swinging the arms back. Breathe in, lift, reach back and out, down. Let's do 10. 3, 1 more. Bring it back up. Bring the hands back down. So we're going to take it into a lat stretch, so to stretch all the back of here. And if you've been sitting down like this all day, then it helps to stretch that back out for you. You're going to bring your hands together and you're going to turn them that direction, lifting them up. Having the feet again in line with the hips. You're going to reach over to the side. Take it down into a big circle, twist, and come up on the other side. Now we're going the other way. Down, round in a circle, and back up. Here we go. Going to do 1 more on each side. Bringing it back up. Bring them arms out. Take the feet apart. Bend the knees. We're going to take it into standing cat and cow. You can bring your hands here, changing the fingers. So lift right finger, left finger. And when we take it back, we're turning the hands backwards, we're pushing back. And this works on the meridian lines that run through our arms. So helping with any pressure, any tension through the shoulders. Especially if you're here, especially if you're doing your hands and your hairs up and it's pinching or you're all here, these stretch you back out. So, we're turning the knees out, we're bending the knees slightly, taking the hands together. So starting with the right little finger at the bottom. Tuck the tailbone under, breathe out, push forward. Breathing in, reach back. Changing hand, left little finger down, breathe out. Breathe in. Let's do 2 more. And bring it back down. So we're taking it into Riche, so with our feet wide, keeping our toes facing forward. We're going to go left to right, right to left, pull with the 2 legs, trying to pull our head through our legs, keeping our feet facing forward. So let's take the arms out. Breathe in. As you breathe out, bring the right hand down towards the left leg, stretch back. Breathe out, swing across to the other side. On the next breath out, grab hold of the legs, pull yourself through. Bend the knees if you need to breathe in, lifting yourself back up. So let's start with the other hand first. Here we go. One more. Last one, changing sides. Bringing it back up. Just move my hair out of the way. Bring it back down. Jump the feet in. We're going to take it into an IT band stretch. So it's this ligament that runs down here. It runs right from the hip, and it's a big, it's sort of cartilage rather than muscle. So it's in between muscle and bone. So it takes a lot of time to stretch. The more you sit down, the more you shrink it. It comes down here, it comes round the outside of the knee, but it is quite a harsh band. So what we're going to do is sort of like a ballet move. You're taking your left leg behind your right leg. Now from here, you're going into a forward bend. Doesn't matter, you can put your block on the floor if you want, you can hold on to your legs. You're letting your body drop down, making sure both of the outside edge of the foot is pushing down, you're not rolling in on that back leg. It's that front leg pushing against that back leg that stretches that band. Now we're going to walk the hands back up. You can lift the head and bring yourself back up. I'm going to do that sideways. Take that leg out from the back. I'm going to do it sideways. So we're taking the opposite leg around the back, making sure the feet are flat. Walking the hands down, letting the body drop down. So the front knee's pushing into that back knee. You'll feel it pulling through the hip. We're going to lift the head, hands to the legs, walk the hands back up. Take the back leg out. So we're going to see if we can step that leg, so if it was quite okay there, see if you can step it a little bit further, but still pushing down. Still walking down that front leg, letting the head drop. Lift the head, walk the hands up. And we're taking that back leg out. We're swapping it for the other leg. We're walking down the front leg. And lift the head, walk the hands, step the back leg in. Lovely. So we're going to take ourselves up onto our tiptoes. So turn the palms back, bring the feet together if you can. If you can't, don't worry, have them in line with your hips. Pull in all the stomach muscles, squeeze the legs, look forward, breathe in, push back, come up onto the tiptoes. And then bringing it back down. And do it from the side. So pushing the arms back, lift up. And bringing it back down. Give your legs a little shake. So we're going to take it into our sun salutation. So bringing yourself to the front of your mat. Take 5 breaths, so in mountain pose, bringing the hands together. Taking the legs in line with the hips or together again, it's whatever feels better for you. Tighten up all through the thighs, through the pelvic floor, through the abdominals, pull them back. Squeeze the hands together, tuck the chin in, close the eyes. What do you want? So we're going to breathe in, lifting up and reaching back. As you breathe out, bring the hands down into a forward bend. Breathe in, bring it to a half bend. Starting with your right foot, step back as you breathe out. As you breathe in, you can either come to the legs, push down. Remember, you can always drop that back knee as well. Or breathe in, lift them arms up into a lunging warrior. Bring the hands down, step back to down dog. Make sure that you feel okay, you're pushing back, you're working the hands, the shoulders, you're pushing the shoulder blades forward so that they're working the shoulder girdle, you're pushing with the fingers. Come up to your tiptoes, push back. Roll forward onto your hands into plank, shoulders back, heels pushing back, squeeze them stomach muscles, everything you were just doing standing up. Make sure the elbows are facing forward, bend the elbows, roll yourself out. If you can lift your knees, if not, don't worry. But make sure the shoulders are pulling back. Push back to down dog. You can always have a rest here, a couple of breaths if you want to. You're going to lift the left leg up, look back towards it. Pull it in towards your chest and step it forward. Let the hips drop, lift the body up. Bring the hands down, bring it in to a forward bend. Bend the knees, stretch the arms, breathe in, reach back. Breathe out, take it forward. Breathe in to half bend. Breathe out, stepping back. Breathe in, pushing down. Breathe out, back to down dog. Breathe in, lift it. Breathe out, into plank. Breathe in to cobra. Breathe out to down dog. Breathe in to a leg lift. And breathe out to bring in the leg in. Breathe in, lift up. Feel that stretch through the front of the thigh. And breathe out, bring it back in. Bend the knees, breathe in, stretch back. Bring the hands together. Breathe out, bring it back down. Lovely. Suns out is great anytime, morning or night. It'll warm up all of your body and it stretches. So if you've been sitting all day, then try and do a couple, one or two, and you'll feel so much better afterwards. I'm quite thirsty. Okay, so let's take it and into warrior one. We'll hold. So we're taking our feet the wrong way around. We're taking it from here. We're going to step back. Now we're making sure that we can place our foot flat down, but we don't want our hip turning. We need our hip to be facing forward. So if that heel lifts and we can't get it down, we can put a block. So if it's kind of like lifting like this as we try to turn the hip, you can always place a block underneath and push into the block so that you're pushing down. So if you're on your tiptoes, you're not very stable, and we want to be stable. This is warrior one. So you want to make sure that the foot is nice and flat, that it can push into the whole of the foot. You're not just pushing into your tiptoes. It'll help you stay a lot more stable. So we've got that stable, nice stable foot at the back. We've got our hips facing forward. We can push into that front knee, but we don't want the knee to go over the toe, and we don't want to lean into it. We want to keep ourselves back. We are going to lean a bit in a moment. I'm going to make it a little bit harder than normal. So from here, we're tightening all our muscles in our legs. We're keeping the legs where they are. We're going to lift the arms up, or you can keep them here. And the first one I'm going to keep here. We're tucking our chin in. We're going to lean over that leg. Holding it here. Pushing back with that back knee, pushing with that front. So the weight is always even between the two legs. And then we're going to bring ourselves back up. But the legs haven't moved. We're going to then lift the back toe, step the foot in. So let's try the other side. Step the foot back, place it down. Remember, do whatever you need to do to keep that foot stable. Make sure the hips are facing forward. Push the knee forward. And then have our hands on our hips to start. Tuck our chin in, pull our waist in, our stomach muscles in. Lean forward. Push into the back leg and to the front leg. Keep them hips. You don't want the bum to turn. You want to keep everything nice and tight. Squeezing them stomach muscles in. Tuck the chin in. And we're bringing it up. We're stepping in. So we're going to do that again, but we're going to bring these arms in and make it work a little bit harder, work on our back. So stepping back, making sure the hips are forward, push into the front knee, push into the back knee, tighten all the muscles. Take the arms facing each other, lift them up in line with the head, tuck the chin in. If you want to make the neck work a little bit better, take it out, drop it down, pull it up. Hold it here. From there, lean forward. Stretch the arms as if you're being pulled by your arms, but you want to push down through that heel at the back. But you still want to feel that weight in the front leg as well. You're making a nice straight line through the body. Now we can make this a little bit more by moving. So let's breathe in, lift. Oop, they're falling over. Breathe out, take it down. Breathe in, lift. And take it down. Let's do 2 more. Feel that work in that lower back. And lift, hold it. Take it down. Step it in. Lovely. Let's try the other side. Feel that in your butt as well. So let's step the foot back. Tighten everything up. Push into that front leg. Push into the back. Lift them arms. Reach forward. Pull the stomach muscles in. Tuck the chin in. Make sure that the neck is working. Remember, if it feels too much in your arms, take the arms out. If your neck starts to hurt, take your arms out. So let's lift. Breathe in. Breathe out. And bring the arms down, step in. Give yourself a little shake. So we're going to take it into Warrior 2. We're taking our feet nice and wide. We're turning the one foot out, but again, we don't want that hip to come round. We still want that to stay straight as well. We're bending the knee, but we don't want the knee to roll in. We want it to stay in line with the toes, but we don't want it to go so far that it's over the toes. Okay? The back foot again is pushing down through the outside edge. Now again, we can start with our arms out. You can take your arms, have your thumbs up, and I'm going to start here. But you can always reduce it if you want. So we're pushing into that front knee, but we're imagine being pulled backwards by someone's pulling our arms back. And then we're pushing back, taking the arms down, lift the toe, turn it from the hip back in. Let's turn it from the other side, bend the knee, reach the arms out if you can, remember you can keep them there if you want. Turn and look over what would be the front hand if it's up. Lift the chin slightly, Push down through that outside edge. Remember, you're still pushing through here. You want to feel as you're opening, if you want to push them knees down, that it's opening right through here. You want to reach slightly backwards so that you're not leaning forward and you're not twisting. You're staying nice and straight. If you want to keep your head looking forward, you can as well. If you don't want to move that front knee, you don't have to. And then you're going to push up and drop. So we're going to turn out again. We're going to bend the knee. We're going to hold. So now we're going to move. We're going to reach forward and reach back and bring it to center. Reach forward, reach back and bring it to center. Let's do 2 more. And push back. Bring the foot round. Let's do the other side. Take the foot out. Push forward. So here we go. Reach forward. Lift up. Bring it back. Reach forward, lift up, and bring it back. 2 more. And push back. Turn the foot in. Jump the feet in. So we'll take it into Warrior 3. And we're just going to try and hold it in Warrior 3, and then again we might move. I'm just going to move that one. Bring this one in. Now from here, again, you can have your hands on your hips. You can have your hands right up in the air. It's up to you where you want them to be. You're going to stand and find all the weight on the one leg. Move the weight over so that leg lifts. From here, you're just reaching forward. You don't want them hips to pull back. You want to try and keep them straight. You're pushing the heel away so that the leg that's back here, you can lock that knee. But the leg you're standing on, keep that knee straight. Tucking the chin in, again working the neck, moving forward. Now you can, if you want, just stay there, and if you need to catch your balance, you can always put your toe down, lift your toe. If you want, you can lift the arms. And then bring it back up. Move the weight over. Find your spot. Tighten up the muscles in that standing leg. Move the arms to wherever you feel you need to. Move forward. Making sure them arms stay in line with the ears. The chin's tucked in. and bring it back up. Take the hands down. Move the weight over. Here we go. It doesn't matter how far you go. Now we're going to move. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our elbows, bending our elbows down at the same time as bringing our knee up. We're reaching our hands up. We're taking our foot to wherever it was before. We're bending the elbows down, putting the knee up. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Let's do 2 more. And bring it up. So let's try the other side. So, moving the weight over, lifting up, taking it into Warrior 3. Here we go. Breathe out. Breathe in. And bring it down. Lose my balance there. Not thinking about what I was doing. So we're going to rest our arms. Rest our legs, sorry, bring it more again into our arms. So with our shoulders, we're bringing them up, having them in line. Now what you don't want is your shoulders to start coming forward. You want to make sure that the shoulders are pulling down, that the back, your lateral muscles are pulling down and back in. So these muscles here, this part here, instead of being out, you want to pull the shoulder blades towards each other. And not being up, you want them down. Okay? That's where you want your back to stay the whole time. So we're taking the arms out, pulling the shoulders down. We're now going to lift our fingers and push them up to the ceiling. It doesn't matter which way you do this. You're going to make tiny little circles. And now you're going to bring the fingers down towards the floor and you're going to take them circles in the opposite direction. Keep going in the same direction, but now bring the fingers up. Bring the fingers down, go in the opposite direction. And then bring the arms down. Give your shoulders a little shake. We're going to bring ourselves to the floor and we're going to do some pelvic floor exercises. So, take yourself into a forward bend, jump back to down dog, come down to your knees, push down to child, let the arms relax. Stay here for a second. So, we're lying ourselves down on the floor. I'll just change the direction of that. Turn it off. So we're bringing it down onto the floor. We're going to, from here, we're going to work on our stomach muscles. So, if you let your belly relax, it may dome out like this. And then you may find that your spine lifts up. So what we need to do is to pull in our pelvic floor. So we imagine ourselves stopping ourselves from breaking wind. And then we're going to stop ourselves from having a wee. And you might find that your back starts to move slightly. Then you're going to breathe out and try and imagine a zip. So as you're breathing out, imagine zipping all the way up here. And as you do that, again, you may find that your back flattens down on the floor. So you want to try and pull the stomach muscles in as much as possible. And you want to keep them pulled in. You don't want to push out. Blow out, pull them in. If, as you breathe in, you want to let everything go, that's okay. But as you're breathing in, try and pull everything back in again. And tighten up all this area around here. So, while doing that, we're going to bring ourselves up onto our elbows. So our elbows are down. We're squeezing in. We're lifting our feet off the floor, squeezing. And then you're going to tap the floor with your toe. Squeezing. As you breathe out, drop. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And bring it down. So if you need to, relax out. Let your legs drop out as well if you need to. Let your belly relax. Okay? We're going to take everything back in again. So we're squeezing our pelvic floor. We're lifting and crossing our legs. Now you're going to lift the leg off and towards you and back down. Towards you and back down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to swap sides. So you can let your belly go, then pull it all in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep the legs together, pull that stomach in. Let's try and drop 2 and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let yourself relax. So this time we're going to take it into, we're going to do boat. We'll do boat. Boat into half boat. So we're coming up and we're lifting our legs up into boat, having our hands out. From here, we're going to push out into half boat and then pull back up again. Okay? Breathe out, breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. pull the legs in. Cross your legs over. Give yourself a little circle and circle. So we're going to bring ourselves up and do our last one before we roll over. And this is boat twists. So we're lifting ourselves up into boat, shoulders pulling back, taking the hands out, reach over and over. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Lie back. So from here, we're bringing ourselves over onto our belly. We're going to take our feet out to the side, sole of the foot up, let your head drop down, and you're going to try and lift your foot up in the air as if you're pushing your toes up, your heel up to the ceiling. And then we're going to bring it down. We're going to try the other side. So we're taking the knee out, taking the foot up, toe of the foot going towards the ceiling. Push it up. 1. And bring it down. And we're going to do the same thing with our upper back. We're going to reach our arms forward so they're in line with our head looking down. As we pull the arms back, we're going to lift up as we breathe in. We're going to breathe out to reach forward. Breathe in, breathe out. And bring yourself down. Shake your bum. Let sure everything, give your shoulders a shake. Let everything relax down. You're going to bring yourself up. Take your heels up, your legs apart. Push yourself so that you're going down. So take your legs right apart. Let your body come all the way in between. Take your arms out, let them stretch as far as they can go so that you feel that lat muscle pulling out and giving that a nice stretch. Feeling the stretch through that lower back. Let the head relax. Remember, if your head doesn't touch the floor, put a block underneath your head. Make sure the neck and the head's relaxed. As you breathe out, imagine someone pushing down into your bum, so that your bum's going down, and don't let the hands come back. Imagine the hands stuck to the floor. So every time you breathe out, you feel that stretch through the shoulders, through the back. And then we're going to bring ourselves back up. and take ourselves down onto the floor. So we're going to cover ourselves over. Let yourself relax. So we take ourselves, I'll do a stretch first, sorry, before we relax down. So rolling yourself over, take your arms out. Take one leg down, bring the other leg up, bring it across the body. Try and keep the shoulder flat down on the floor. Turn the palm if that makes it easier. And bringing it back. Let's change sides. Lift, bring it across the body. Keep the shoulder down. Turn the head if you want away from the leg. Use the hand on the leg to help pull. Again, it doesn't matter if it doesn't go anywhere near the floor. And bring it back, and let's do one more each side. And let's change that one. And then bring yourself back. So again, you can bend the knees, tilt the pelvis, bring the knees together, turn the palms over, tuck the chin down. If you feel that it's better on your back, or you can let the legs slide, taking them into corpse. You can roll onto your side, having one block underneath your head, one on top of your knee, having your hands kind of anywhere, sort of this position, and that way you can breathe into your chest and your back, or you can roll all the way over onto your belly. And that way, again, you'll breathe more into your back than anywhere else. I'm going to bring everything down. Make sure that you're feeling nice and warm. Put something over you. Think about, again, doing the breathing. So breathe into a triangle. You could try counting that breath and trying to make it equal. So breathing into for 4 seconds. Breathe out for 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds. Make it less, make it more, whatever you feel you need to do. You could try breathing into one lung and breathing out through the other. But if you do that, remember to change the direction, just so that you're equally doing both. Always check through the body to make sure that you're not gripping anything, your jaw, your fists, your shoulders, any part of you that everything's nice and relaxed. Things might catch your attention, smells, sounds, people, but just accept them, label them, and then just move on, go back to that triangular breath, or whichever breathing technique that helps you. nice and relaxed. Start to feel that movement through the toes and the fingers, making its way up through the body. Let it move through the hips, into the lower body, the stomach and back, into the shoulders, the chest, the upper back, into the head and the neck. Let your head roll from side to side. And take your arms above your head, and as you breathe in, stretch your fingers in one direction, stretch your toes in the other. And as you breathe out, let the body relax. Take another deep breath in, reaching one arm then the other so they feel the side ribs and the side waist open. And when you're ready, let the air just come out. Pull the knees towards your chest and roll the legs round in a circle. Take them in the opposite direction. Let the sound fall over onto your side. Make sure that you feel okay before you get up. I'm going to say good night.